How did it go? The recording that I did with Jessie in the TV studio using the multicam, I thought went amazing. From starting out not knowing each other to the first time meeting up and discussing our initial ideas to then coming up with a set, a plan, and most importantly, an idea that can come together and can create a very good piece of work so that Jessie can use this piece to try and get work in the future. In acting, but also in theatre, because we talked about this and she said she would rather be doing theatre instead. Because she wants to use what I have created for her to get work in real life, I'm going to put the best I can into this edit, which I think you can really see in the outcome. Due to multiple reasons, the very ambitious 3 sets in one room, a clothes change which no one else has done, and lastly, an outcome that looks very professional. But quickly, however, this shot here is one of my favourites in the whole thing. While this shot wasn't planned, but Joe, who was on the camera, did an amazing job on the pan, creating this super cool effect, which I think just adds to the whole bathroom and suspense which built up to this moment from waiting for the pregnancy test to tell us if she is pregnant or not. All in all, I think it couldn't have gone better, and I'm very happy with how she acted, because at the end of the day, it's how she did. And if I was to see this as someone who was looking for a person to act in their show, it would make you stand out so much more than people who just sat down and took a video with their phone. But on my end of things, all of the planning that I did can really be shown, from bringing in bag loads of props, ranging from a bed, an office setup, and even toilet roll. However, putting this all together wasn't easy, and we had to come up with a very intricate and clean design, because all the things I wanted to happen had to happen in this very small space that we had to work in. To combat this, we had to clean out the room completely, leaving nothing in it to only have wires that we needed. We taped down wires, we moved everything out unless it was needed, to give us enough space to tightly cram all the cameras in so they can get every shot and angle that I wanted. And because of this, we ran into no issues at all in that side of things. The only issue that we did have to overcome was on the first run through that we did. Because we had enough time, there was no worries and we just switched it around. But the lighting, because of the colours she was wearing, we had to adjust it for every part of the room. In the bathroom, we had a white top on. In the office, we had a white top on. But when the clothes change happened, we had to adjust the lighting because she was wearing a black dress now. This was no challenge though, but we just turned the lights up and even put 2 more lights on her, shown directly onto her, because we had the issue with shadows that were getting cast onto her face, because when she was leaning back, you could see her completely fine with no issues. But when she was leaning forwards to talk to people like her mum who was on the distance, and also to the camera, the overhang made some shadows. But we saw this after looking at the first run through, and we sorted it. This also comes into my next point about how the act did. She really had no issues at all. She was an amazing actor for us, who you could tell was really comfortable on the camera and was really good at expressing the feelings that you just have in everyday life, which is one of the reasons for what a monologue is and what it's used for. The last things that I want to say are well done and thank you to everyone who was working with me on this, as we had planned to do 2, but unfortunately we could only do 1 due to the actor being ill. And I hope my skills being a director and managing this whole set will lead to her getting some work, which would be amazing. As for me, this is great work to be shown on my showreel, or even to be shown to other people who may be looking for something like this. Thank you for listening.